doing today?
Good.
Good. And you said your name is Lindsay, right?
Yes.
My name is Naomi, and welcome to Bright Futures Counseling.
Thank you.
Just to tell you a little bit about what we do here, I'm a private practice, so it's just me here, and I take in clients a wide range, starting from children up to adults. I see clients for marriage issues, like couples counseling, abuse, like a wide range of different things. And so yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're here today?
Okay, well, I'm struggling with college and the choices that I've made with college because whenever I graduated high school, I only applied to one college, so I already knew where I was gonna go. I was accepted, went up there, and I was there for 2 or 3 days, and then I just came back, and because I didn't like it, and so then it was really hard to come back because everyone had already said bye to me, so everyone expected me to stay up there for a good amount of time. And then so whenever I came back and decided that I wasn't going to stay there, it was just I'm just at a point now where I don't know what to do because part of me is oh, I should go apply to a different college and see if I can get in and just continue on and go this semester and start now as a freshman, or if I should take a semester off and just go next semester because that just seems the easy way and just to relax and not be stressed out this semester and just to maybe find a job and stuff. So I'm just really I don't know what to do and what choice to make, and so that's where I'm at.
Wow, it sounds like that's a big decision to make. After graduating high school, the option of college is a big decision for a lot of people because they're not sure if college is the best fit for them or if they want to take time off. So I think that's good that you're taking the time to kind of think about it. So I guess one question I have is just to list, I think it would be helpful if we kind of list the pros and cons of taking a semester off and also going to college. So tell me a little bit more about if you were to take a semester off, what would be positive about that for you?
I mean, my hope would be that I could find a job and then make money, and so just earn a lot of money over those few months, and then kind of go into college the next semester having a steady income, and then it would also be a pro because I could it would help me get back into a better routine after having the stressful part of moving away and then coming back and now having to unpack and restart.
Right.
And then but it's just I'm more fearful, I guess, what other people are going to say because everyone thinks that I dropped out of college, so now they're they make random comments about that anytime I see any of my friends, and then a lot of my friends from high school moved away, and so they're already in college and they've already started, and so now I'm just here not knowing what to do with my life. So it's more so it stresses me out in a way and gives me anxiety that I'm not going to be able to figure out I want to figure it all out and have a good 4-year plan and be in a school and just keep going. So part of me is leaning more towards going to college, and I almost think that if I didn't, people would just say I was taking the easy way out and I'd become lazy with life rather than being as motivated as what I envision myself being.
Right. That's good. That's good. Also, what do you, I guess, the pros of taking a semester off? What does that look like for you? What do you think?
Well, my dad didn't go to college, so I kind of view myself and compare myself with that, where I was oh, well, he did pretty well for not even going to college. So even though he did well, I consider that a pro that I could do that well, but then again that's a completely different time frame, and so then a pro, I don't know, I'm more so leaning towards the more I think about it, the more I want to, but then I also starting in a completely new school with new people, because I've been at the same school for middle school and high school, so I had the same friends, and it's just so much college is such a huge change to be around new teachers and new friends and all that stuff. So I don't know if I have a lot of pros.
No, it's good that we're talking it out. Because again, it is like a big decision to make. And I know before, when you were listing like the pros of going to college, you mentioned that it worries you like what your friends will think. Because you said a lot of your friends are going to college. You said, right? So I guess just kind of focusing more on that. Why? I'm trying to think how to word this. I guess having like your friends like go to college, and like them, like, do you feel like they would judge you, or do you think that they would judge you like personally, or more just like for the decision? Like, do you think like what your decision not to go to college would change their view on you, or?
I think that they would support me no matter like what decision I make, but at the same time, like I could just be overthinking it and just assuming that they would like change the way that they view me. Because everyone in high school is always like, oh, Lindsay is so smart and is gonna like go to college and do great things, and then if they find out that I'm just gonna take a semester off and start late because I ended up not liking where I went, then like, I mean, I guess I'm overthinking it because I do have like supportive friends and like my parents would support me and stuff with whatever I decide. But part of me just wishes I had like a clear yes or no answer of what I need to do rather than having to make the decision of it.
No, yeah, that's totally understandable that you want like a clear decision. I guess another question I had, you mentioned that your father didn't go to college. Because you also said like family's like very important to you. So what, after like talking to your parents about it, like what did they think?
They were sad that whenever I first moved away because they like the whole growing up aspect of it. But then they were also like, whenever I told them that I wanted to come home, they were like excited because I'd still be with them, but at the same time they were like made sure that it was a decision that I like was 100% for sure about before I did it, and so like they made sure that I like thought through it, and so then whenever I like came back home, we like sat down and talked about it, and they've like walked me through like different options of what I could do. In my opinion, I think they're leaning more towards me going to college because I think that they think that that'd be best for me rather than just staying home, because they'd both be at work, so I'd just be home by myself every day, and unless like the likelihood of me finding a job super soon isn't really high, so there would be like maybe a month where I just don't have anything to do, and I don't know if I'd be able to just stay at home and do nothing all the time. So I think that like I'm 100% positive that they'd support like whatever decision I make, but I think that they'd rather see me go to college.
No, that's good. No, I'm glad you have parents that are supporting you with either way, because I think there are definitely pros and cons to both sides. Are there any colleges right now that you're leaning towards, or do you have like a plan if you were to go to choose college? Like, do you already have like a plan set of where you would go and things like that?
I have the option of either community college or Southeastern, but I'm not sure because I never looked at Southeastern. I never looked at any other college, to be honest, but Southeastern is an option. I just have to make sure that I apply like by the end of this week, basically, because I need to be able to get that in because they start in like 2 weeks, I think. But there's no option for me to move away because that's just like all other colleges have already started and like had their dorms assigned and stuff. So basically, community college or Southeastern. But I guess it depends more on finances and stuff and what I want to study and to make sure that they have the area of ministry, or like I guess I kind of like right now want to go into like ministry area, but I'm also interested in being open to like other majors. So yeah.
That's awesome. And I guess just one more thing before we wrap up for next week. You had mentioned, because like the whole one of the reasons about why you are here is because you had gone to a different college in the beginning of the semester, and you ended up just feeling like you just weren't comfortable there.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any fears you would have going into a new college since you had more of a negative experience at that school? Going into a new school, are there any fears that you would have?
I think I would have less fears going into this one just because I would have the comfort of coming home like at the end of a day rather than at the other college it was like I was like 6 hours away from my family. But I guess I just have like the natural fear of meeting new people and like getting adjusted to that environment because it is like a different environment than what I was planning on going to. So I guess kind of like reorganizing my mind to like how to interact with people and like the different rules that each school had, and also like with the professors, like getting to know my professors and like figuring out how to like sign up for classes and my schedule and just the whole commuting aspect of it because I'd have to commute instead of live on campus. So there's just like a lot of different things that play into going to school like close to home rather than being far away. Now I'll have like some of my friends will still be here, so like I will have that benefit. I'll just have to adjust to like getting back in the feel of like I'm actually here rather than being away because like I had planned on being like gone for like 2 months and then coming home. So just like I don't know, reorganizing my life and like unpacking everything and like resettling back into my normal routine.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I'm just so glad to hear that you have such a strong support system with whatever decision you do make, because I know at this time, like college, picking a college or deciding what you want to do after college or after high school is a big decision, because college isn't for everyone. But it sounds like you're leaning more towards going to college. Um, but yeah, I just love that that you have friends and you have family that are supporting you either way. But yeah, I think this was a great introduction to what we can be talking about. And next week, just kind of checking in and where you're at with that decision. Because you said you need to make the decision fairly soon, right? Yeah. So we can go into more towards like how you're feeling next week about it. But yeah,
Sounds
it was
good.
so nice to meet
Thank
you.